Hello and welcome to I Am Geek episode 19. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm here with Katrin and my brother Chris, and we're ready for a fun, good old time.
Woo woo!
Party started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can dance.
You can dance?
Not really.
Yes.
Not really. No, I can't
You can
dance.
dance if you want to.
But you're no friend of mine.
Yeah, but if you don't dance,
Yeah. Anyways. Well, maybe we should start this episode over.
Oh, gotta leave it in.
but why?
Chris is back again, so everything just keeps
Yeah, everything's crazy.
going crazy.
That's what
Our
happens
listens
when I'm
have
here.
been down since you've been back, so I don't know.
I make things more terrible.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
is therefore.
It's one of your
It's not true.
one of your
My job is done.
special skills. Make things more terrible.
Yep, that's how I get hired places.
I should try that. Cool.
Right on my business card.
Cool, great.
Great. So, a lot of stuff going on this week. And a lot of announcements. We had the new, I know, Chris, you want to talk about this. The new Ducktales cartoon has debuted.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah. Woo! I liked it a lot.
So
I was a huge fan of the old cartoon. Huge fan. I watched it every Disney afternoon.
Not the non-Disney afternoons.
Not the
Only
non-Disney
the Disney
afternoons.
afternoons.
Only the Disney afternoons, because that's when you watch DuckTales. But no, I liked it. Yeah. Oh,
Did you see the video games they put out a while back?
Oh, yeah.
That
Yes.
they remastered
Yeah,
them. It was the Disney afternoon. So yeah, it had the Chippendale and not Chippendale, but Chippendales, Rescue Rangers, I guess it was, and then Darkwing Duck and DuckTales and Tailspin. So yeah, that was
all super hard games.
Yeah.
I have the DuckTales
Never-
one because
Yeah.
it was a free on the PS4. They give out free games every month, and it was one of the free games. So I tried playing it, and it's still just as hard. But the
we
first
played the DuckTales, or I'm sorry, the Rescue Rangers one recently because my son's a big Chippendale fan. So.
oh, he's still into the Chippendales, huh?
Yeah,
Well, that was a while back,
Chippendales.
but he does love not that Chippendale.
Huge
Whoa,
Chippendales fan.
not that Chippendale, folks. No, he loves Indiana Jones and what's his name? The
Magnum PI.
Magna P.I. I ruined it. There we go. Yeah. So
I remember
All right, anyways,
when
DuckTales.
we were at Disney, looking literally over the whole resort, Disney World Resort, for a Chippendale, and the only one we found was in a window display, and they refused to sell it to us.
yeah, that was crazy. We went everywhere. We called the store. They're like, yeah, you can, try to find it. We don't have any anywhere. And so we went back. The next, whenever it was, we went back and they had tons of them. So we bought it soon because that's what it was. Carla and I went for a day to Disney. Yeah. Are we locking up? For a day, and we bought one. Anyways, so. Anyways, so let's get back to DuckTales.
Yeah, back to DuckTales. The first episode is free on YouTube, so you can watch it.
Yes.
But then it's going to be on Disney XD, which I don't have, which stinks.
I do.
Oh, well.
I'm going to watch it constantly.
La-di-da. One of those rich people.
I'm all fancy. I swim in money just like Scrooge McDuck.
That's right.
No, not really. No.
I've never understood why on the cable packages now, like used to, they would both be on there, places I live, but now it's like, oh, you get Disney Channel, but if you want Disney XD, you got to pay extra. But you got to pay extra for like everything.
You get 50 other channels that you wouldn't want.
Yeah.
50 QVC.
Here's the beet peeling channel.
Now that's a good channel.
Mm-hmm. I love that channel. Peeling beets.
So
I don't know if you actually need to peel beets, but there's a whole channel.
I don't think you do. But so, anyways, first episode, you loved it. I liked it. Katrin only saw a little bit of it.
Yeah.
His son watched it, didn't like it.
My son and wife watched it. We were watching it, and I don't think Charlie got into it as much. In fairness, we tried to show him, because we bought the DuckTales collection, or at least one volume of it, or whatever. And we tried to show it to him, and he just can't get into it for whatever reason. And but yeah, my wife said she didn't care for it as much as the old one. So, but
He's just more of a Chippendales guy.
That's right.
It's understandable.
But yeah, I got to watch a little bit, and then I had a work emergency and had to run off. So I didn't get to finish.
Oh, well. So it's funny, like, you know, they do this in Disney all the time, but I thought it was funny that the opening scene was of a seagull, like a seagull that we would see in real life, flying through the air, before they cut to the human-like ducks. I just thought that was funny. I mean,
it is fun. If we hadn't talked about it a minute ago, then it'd be funnier.
Yeah, we would be laughing hysterically.
Like, but it is. It's funny how they do that.
So much earlier.
We talked about how there's Pluto and there's Goofy, right? So, it's weird that they can't both talk. And I'm sure it happens a lot. Like, what about Garfield? Odie
was just stupid.
Oh, poor Odie.
Yeah. And usually it's the dog that's stupid, right?
Well, but here's the thing. Maybe Odie does talk, but they talk different languages, just like some people. So Garfield wouldn't understand what Odie was saying. Because he's a dog.
We can only understand cats.
No.
Yeah, how do we?
We are looking at the comic through the cat's mind. Duh. Come on. Somebody's not a real fan.
I'm blown.
But yeah, and it's also funny with Disney characters that some of them wear pants and some of them don't. And some of them just don't wear anything at all. And some of them wear full outfits. So it's just, I don't know. It's weird.
It is.
Messes with
It's just like people. Some wear pants, some don't.
Like Katrin now.
That's right.
Normal life.
I'm going to stand up and just no. No. That was like that in Zootopia. That was the line in Zootopia. They were like, I think it's weird when animals wear clothes, when they're at the nudist, the naturalist. It's like, when you think about it, it's like, oh, wait a second, that is right. Animals don't wear clothes,
They say that, and they start bending over and stuff, and then you get uncomfortable. Because
it gets real uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Every time that elephant shows up with its legs all spread out, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. I can't let my son watch this.
How funny.
So anyways,
DuckTales. Woo! So what do you think? Give me your thoughts on it. Like the characters, did you think, like when Jennifer, my wife, watched it with me, and our son did too. He's 2, so he was just in and out the whole time. But she was like, I don't like the way Huey, Dewey, and Louie look. I don't like it at all. Scrooge McDuck looked the same a little.
Oh yeah.
But Huey and Dewey, she was like, nope, they look so weird. I don't like it.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie, like at least their clothing is more similar to the Quack Pack clothing. Like the Quack Pack was a Donald and Huey, Dewey, Louie cartoon. And they really started to differentiate their kind of characters a bit more in that. Like DuckTales, they were pretty similar. Like they wore the same stuff, it was just different colors. And I started to mix it up a bit. But so I don't mind that. The actors they got at first, I didn't think I was going to like the actors that they got for it, because they're comedians, they're funny in their own right. But I wasn't quite sure. Like Abed from Community. Yeah. I like him. I like him and the stuff he does. Wasn't sure how I was going to like him voicing one of the nephews, but I thought they all did a good job actually. They all pitched their voice a little higher to sound a little similar, but you can kind of tell the difference, which is good.
Yeah, I saw an interview with most of the cast, and they were asking them question. The game that they were playing with the cast during the interview was like, is this a DuckTales villain or not? And most of the cast had no clue. They were like, I don't know.
Oh, probably not.
No clue.
I could probably ace it.
Yeah.
But,
so that was sort of sad because it was just sort of like, yeah, we just came on to read our parts, basically. We don't know anything about the cartoon. And it was sort of like, oh, well, yay.
Interesting.
There was like one guy that knew him, but the rest of them, like, no clue.
Yeah. What'd you think of Dave Scrooge?
The Scrooge? Yes, I liked him.
Yeah.
Of course, I like him in about everything that he's in.
Yeah. Oh, he's good. Yeah, I thought he did a good job. It was a good voice for Scrooge.
Yep, and he's coming back in Jessica Jones.
I did see that. Whether it's a flashback or just a kind of a ghost type thing, haunting her memories.
But it's
he'll be back.
It's common. I mean, it's Marvel. He could just be back.
Yeah, he could just be back. That's true. I saw there's a honest trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And they talk about Michael. Whoops. And they're like, best death in a Marvel movie since. Oh no, this guy came back. Now this guy's back. No, she came back. He came back twice. Well, she was in like her 90s. She was just old. So yeah, best death.
Oh man,
that was great.
Yeah, I'm ready.
But DuckTales, the one thing I really liked is we're just going to keep coming back to DuckTales.
That's right. This is DuckTales.
It's DuckTales Hour. One last thing before we move on that I liked was they mentioned cities from different cartoons. But yeah, they mentioned cities from different cartoons,
like Metropolis and Gotham.
No, from other Disney afternoon cartoons.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Yeah, Saint Canard, Darkwing Duck, which they already said he was going to be on there. Spoonerville, which is Goof Troop.
Hold on. Okay, you're back.
I'm back. Okay. Good.
Sorry.
All right. So different cities from different Disney afternoon cartoons. Spoonerville, which is Goof Troop. Saint Canard, which is Darkwing Duck. And then Cape Canard, which is Tailspin. I thought that was cool. So they make their own Avengers type universe.
Ooh, so the Avengers are going to be a part of this?
Oh, of course.
No, they're part of everything now. Well, cool. So I would say that I look forward to seeing how the series goes, but I won't be seeing it since it's on Disney XD. So I won't be looking forward to seeing how it goes, I guess.
I'll keep telling you how awesome it is. So.
Okay. That's cool. I hope I can see when Darkwing Duck comes back, but I don't know.
Uh-huh.
We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Something else that was announced today was that there possibly, maybe, like they didn't give a definite answer, be a Obiwan standalone movie being made. Possibly, maybe. There's no script for it, but they do have a director that is pretty much signed on, and he's not only going to direct it, but basically he's going to oversee all the writing and everything. Which he's the director from Billy Elliot. I'm looking up his name here.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. Where did I push that?
It'll be interesting to see which era of Obi-Wan they do. I'm guessing they'll do the older, but not quite too old Obi-Wan.
I'm hoping that Ewan McGregor will.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. I think that'd be cool.
Because he has said multiple times that he's like, they just have to call me, I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
Filmmaker Stephen Daltrey.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It's one of those.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All three of them.
He did Billy Elliot and The Hours, which Hours sounds familiar, but I don't know.
The Hours does sound familiar. I'm not sure. Billy Elliot I saw, and I thought it was good. It's a fun story.
He got an Oscar nomination for that one. so that's good. Okay. He recently directed episodes of Netflix period drama The Crown, which garnered him an Emmy nomination.
Oh, okay. Yeah, The Crown was good. I like The Crown. We haven't finished it yet, but John Lithgow's in that. I love some John Lithgow.
He's a funny man. So I'm hoping that it does happen. I think that would be a cool story to tell. And I would like it to be post episode 3, prior episode 4, that time period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that would be cool to see. Not do
maybe it's
child Obiwan or
maybe it's after he dies.
Yeah, it's just Force Ghost.
It's the adventures of Force Ghost Obiwan. And it's just him just sitting around just watching everything happen, just like jeez.
It's like those flashback episodes that every TV show has that everybody hates when they come on. It'll be him as a Force Ghost, and then it'll just take scenes from the movies and him just watching them.
I like it. Mystery Science Theater style, I think. Yeah. That'd be good.
So no real, information on it. They haven't wrote the script yet, but supposedly, they're also talking about doing a Yoda movie, doing a Boba Fett movie.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows when this one will be made, if it is made, because they still gotta, fingers crossed, get the Han Solo movie finished without switching directors or anything again. But
it'll at least go through 3 more directors, probably. That's fine.
Ron Howard keeps putting on his Twitter pictures from the set, and it's just the most random things in the world. But
yeah, the last one he put was the helmets that the Death Star operators wore. I think I saw that.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that one. The last one I saw was here's the trash can on set. Here's our trash, and it was just oh, are you calling this movie trash, or what do you say?
Well, they started filming the fourth. I think it's the fourth Avengers movie, the one after Infinity War, and the directors for that posted just a picture of a glove. And they're oh, beginning of the end, and it's a glove, and it's oh, so excited! And it's all over the internet, oh, they posted a picture. It's it's a glove.
Speaking of rough going on in movie making, segue, there was the report that the Justice League was unwatchable, and that's why they're doing all these recuts and everything. So yay!
Yes, but they don't. So the thing with that is they didn't say what time, what version of the movie they saw. Was it super early draft? Because they film a lot of stuff, and maybe that they didn't really see a whole lot of it. So it's interesting, but yeah, they are changing up a bit. It sounds like they're making Batman more the comic book version of the Batman, rather than Batman versus Superman, where he was super angry and using guns and everything. They've said that they're making the Batman for this one more in line with the comic books and how he interacts with the Justice League. So that's good. That's a good thing. So I mean, reshoots aren't bad. I think there's a stigma with that.
It's just when they say something that's unwatchable, it makes you a little nervous about it. Maybe they're adding the Wonder Twins. Maybe that's what this is all about. Fingers crossed. The Wonder Twins are coming. You've heard it here first, everybody. Exclusive.
I did see they're making Cyborg a little bit lighter, which is cool. I just want him to yell "Booyah!" every time he's on there. That's what he does in Teen Titans, in the cartoon show.
That's the only thing that I really know him from is Teen Titans. So it's hard for me to figure out what part he's going to play in this movie. Because yes, I know him as the Booyah, just sort of the funny guy,
singing songs about hamburgers and grilled cheeses, and that's the whole movie is going to be him just randomly doing stuff like that. I hope.
Works for me. Oh man! So Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Justice League. Still don't have high hopes. I'm sure it'll be. I mean, it comes out in November, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So they better figure out what they're doing and fast, I guess.
No problem.
They're scary.
VFX people, I mean, I'm sure they're still getting some sleep.
Did you see the? I don't know when this came out, but I just recently saw it. The fake end credits for Logan that had Deadpool in them.
No.
It is hilarious. It's Deadpool walking through the woods with like a pink backpack on.
Oh wait, I think I did see this.
And he walks through the woods trying to find Logan's grave. He finds it, and he opens up some kind of card or something that he has, and inside the card is a shot of the stuff in Logan. If you haven't seen it, but that they give to sort of like soup him up. And he's like going to dig up the grave and give him the shot so he can come back to life and be in a movie with Deadpool. And then he just like randomly changes his mind at his last second. He's like, nah, never mind. And he like just walks off or something like that. It's hilarious. I don't know where it came from or when it came out, but I just happened upon it the other day, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But and then people were like, "That's not really the end credits. That didn't happen." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's why the title like pretty much says that." But I don't know. So we put out. We'll get the questions later, but I put out a question like I do every week on Twitter saying, "Hey, if you got any questions, let us know because we are." Filming tonight, and I included like on Twitter. You can, if you're not familiar with Twitter, you can put like other people's handles on there or hashtags to get other people to see it. So I put Universal Studios Orlando and I put Disney World and stuff like that on there, not thinking that they would respond because they are a theme park, and why would they respond to?
They're not a
little
person.
show called I Am Geek. Yeah. But we got a response. So from Universal Orlando, their official Twitter account, asked us a question. We are big time now.
I am going out and buying a new car.
Yeah, but you can put like GIFs. What is it? I never know. Is it GIFs on there along with your thing? And I put David S. Pumpkins, who was played by Tom Hanks on Saturday Night Live sketch that they did, basically saying any questions, and their response back was where'd it go? Their response back, I've got a question. Do you think Tom Hanks will let us borrow that wig for HHN 27, which is Halloween Horror Nights 27 that they do? So I reached out to Tom Hanks, and guess what?
What?
He did not respond. But
okay.
But yes, no, here he is, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is here. He's our special guest. Tom Hanks, say hello. I can't do a Tom Hanks impression.
No, I can't either. I was going to try, but it's not.
Bosom buddies.
Life
is
like a box of chocolates.
Life is like a box.
Oh wait! Oh, I got one. I can do it. Tom Hanks is here. There's a snake in my boot. There you go.
There you go. Somebody poisoned the water hole.
Poisoned the water hole. Yay, Tom Hanks! Thanks for joining us today.
Toy.
Out of all the movies that he's done, that's the only ones that we can quote right offhand. I'm trying to think of other quotes from movies. I mean, there's "The Life is like a box of chocolates."
I'm dating a mermaid.
Wow.
I don't think that's a line in it. I don't think that's a line in it. Splash.
Something bit me.
Lieutenant Dan. No.
So if anybody that listens knows Tom Hanks, which I'm sure there's somebody.
Gotta be.
Oh.
Gotta be. Let us know.
Let us know. Going on there. Kind of Kevin Bacon.
So yeah. But I told them that we would check with Tom Hanks and get back to them and let them know.
Okay. I think that'd be hilarious if they had a bunch of people dressed up as David S. Pumpkins just randomly jumping out at people, like everywhere in the park. Like in the haunted houses.
I want to get a suit and wear it and go. That would be hilarious. Like most years they have what they call an icon, which is basically what the whole event. If you're not familiar with Halloween Horror Nights, every year Universal Orlando and Hollywood puts on an event called Halloween Horror Nights. It's basically they transform their park into a Halloween event. They have sound stages there that they build haunted houses basically inside the sound stages. In their streets, like New York Street and San Francisco Street and stuff like that, they have what they call scare zones, which are just random themed stuff like The Purge. They've done The Purge in the streets. They've done Walking Dead. Stuff like that where scare actors, what they call them, are roaming around to try to scare you. But every year they have what they call an icon, which what they base the event around. Like 2 years ago, it was Jack the Clown, a clown character that they've used for a few years going back. This is their 27th year. Last year they did Chance, which was Jack's sort of sidekick, and she became the icon. And basically the event revolves around their story, but they have like haunted houses from IPs, which are intellectual properties. Like they've had Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers and all that stuff. Anyways, but yes, David S. Pumpkin as an icon, sort of like overcompassing the event, would be hilarious, but probably would never happen.
That'd be great. They need to make it happen.
But I know it would be so great. But like I said, most years they have this icon, and everybody gets excited, and the fan community is huge, and they love it. And I've gone several years. When I lived in Florida, I would go every year, but I live in Texas now. Which I may be going. I don't know this year. We'll see. I did have a surprise plane ticket given to me, so we'll see. Make that happen. But so there's this big community, and they look forward to the announcements every year. And most of the time, the announcements start coming out at the first of the year and sort of trickle through. This year, there have been few and far between announcements. Since I think the first announcement was in March, and then they had one in May, and then they had a few that just happened. And they have like 9 houses, 4 scare zones. If that gives you any clue of like the amount of announcements that they could or they usually do. So this year they have The Shining, which is the Stephen King book, but they're basing it on the Stanley Kubrick movie. They have Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Cool.
Which is going to be cool.
That'd be awesome.
They have American Horror Story. They're going to do a few of the seasons in one house, with Roanoke being like the main one. They're going to have a new Saw house, which I'm just like, whatever, because there's a new Saw movie coming out. And then they're also going to have 4 original houses that the team there develops and comes up with, which is cool. But today they announced the Scare Zone, so they're going to have Trick or Treat, which is an old horror movie that's pretty cool. And then they're going to have some other original ones. But they have a show that's been going on there for 26 years. That's not a house. They have 2 shows usually. They have a show that's based on one of my favorite movie, but a movie that I've loved. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. I'm
Best
sure
movie ever.
Most of you have seen this. Best movie ever. Starring Keanu Reeves and the other guy. I forget.
Yeah. Well, that movie saves the future. It has to be the best movie ever. Like, peace and prosperity is brought to the future because of Bill S. Preston Esquire and Ted Theodore Logan. So
this is true. So greatest movie ever. Okay, well,
the greatest movie ever.
You've heard it here first. But they have a show based on those characters called Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure, and basically they take the pop culture of that year and make fun of it. Usually if Disney's doing something, they make fun of it a lot, or they make fun of like superhero movies that are coming out, and then so it's just like a big comedy show. They've done it for 26 years. The other day they announced, not even an announcement, the guy that was writing it this year just sort of set out a blog saying that this would be the last year that they are doing it, which it's been hard for a lot of fans to hear, because I've sort of looked into the Twitterverse and everything, people talking about it, and people are really upset that it's going away, because for a lot of people, I remember the first year that Chris and I went,
yes,
we didn't go to a single house.
No.
We walked through the scare zones. Yeah, we walked through the scare zones, and they've gotten way worse since then. We walked through the scare zones and went to the shows. And so it's some people that go that don't like all the houses would go to the shows and go to the, scare zones and stuff. And the rides, of course, because you can ride the rides still, and there's like no lines, which is great. So it's hitting people hard that it's going away. They have not announced why it's going away, if something's replacing it. But where it takes place in the park is the Fear Factor Theater, which during the day, if you can believe it or not, they still have this show called Fear Factor.
It's on TV again, I think. Hosted by one of the guys from Fast and Furious. He was a rapper before. He's in Fast and Furious.
Ludacris?
Yes, Ludacris. I think it's hosted by Ludacris, and it's like on MTV or something.
That's funny. But yeah, they have like a live show that you can like take part in and stuff, like most theme parks have. But so the thought going around is that they're tearing down that theater, which is why they're getting rid of the Bill and Ted show, because they won't have a place to put it, supposedly. Because on one side of the park, Nintendo Land is going.
That's right.
Yeah, so we could talk about that sometime. Get Jared on here and talk about Nintendo Land. But this side of the park is the opposite side of the park where Bill and Ted happens. So the rumor, and this is sort of what I thought was going to happen too, and then I heard the rumor afterwards, is that they are expanding Harry Potter, because it's right beside Harry Potter. And the guess is that it's going to be the Ministry of Magic. Yeah. So, yes, it would be cool to expand that, but it's like, this has been a staple for 26 years. Mm-hmm. It's always packed. Yeah. It's not like nobody goes to it. It's always packed. Like a year or two ago, maybe last year or the year before, I tried to go to it when I was there, but the line was so long I couldn't get in. I was like, well, forget this. I'm just going to do something else because the line was so long. And it is an adult theme show.
Yes,
very
it is
much.
Not safe for children.
But none of Halloween Horror Nights is safe for. I mean, it's not a children's event, which baffles me why people bring their kids to it. But
if you want to take your children to something, you go to Disney for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. This is adults. Yeah, they've got liquor everywhere. Everybody's drinking. Lots of women in very scantily clad outfits, especially in the show.
Yeah, I mean, not so much anywhere else, but in the show, yeah. But
which is why we love it.
Yeah. The past couple of years that I have seen it, I didn't really. Personally, I didn't think it was that good, and I sort of struck it up to, I'm getting old and I'm just out of the loop. Because a lot of the stuff that they were parodying or making fun of, I was like, what is that? I'm like, oh gosh, am I really that old? Like, I don't understand any of this. So, but, so they're getting rid of that. We have our Spreadshirt site, shop.spreadshirt.com/IamGeek. I put up a tribute shirt to it if you guys want to look at it. If you're going to Halloween Horror Nights, want a tribute shirt. Katrin's falling asleep. Oh, poor Katrin.
It's such a long
Chime in
name
anytime.
for the website. It just went down.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a tribute shirt up there that'll be up for a little while. But here's my thing, and you guys, because we're all Disney fans, and there's a lot, and Universal fans for the most part. It's been a year of crazy announcements. I feel like the way that they've been announcing stuff, because I'm pretty sure there's not going to be an icon for this year, especially for events like this, because Disney does like Mickey's Not So Scary and their Christmas thing. I feel like they've been putting less effort into promoting it and making it something new and original. I think that because they know they're going to get the ticket sales, they're like, we're not going to put as much creative effort into making something as a whole. We got the IPs. We know people are going to come for American Horror Story. We know people are going to come for, The Shining and Saw and Jason and Freddy and all that stuff. So we're just going to leave it as that, because we're selling out and we're getting crazy crowds, and it feels like they're like, we're not going to put as much effort, because this is especially this event. They had a website, a few years back that was the most impressive website that I've ever seen for an event, and now it's basically skulls and bones stacked up on each other, and it says Halloween Horror Nights. Here's some tickets. You should come. And it's just sort of like, okay. Well, I feel like that we reached a point, even with Disney raising their ticket prices, they're like, we know you're going to come anyway, so we're going to do what we want to do. I don't know.
Maybe that's the theme. Maybe that's the theme is like anticipation. Like you go in and there's like a whole house based on that. Like, oh, we're going to give you some information. No, we're not. Oh, scary. So that's the theme. It's the theme is anticipation. I think that's
sure. It. I don't know. I feel maybe it's just me being nostalgic for the past, but I feel like some of the magic from both of the stuff like this is gone, and it's more corporate and we know we're going to get your money type thing. Like even their new water park that they opened, they promised that the new Volcano Bay was going to be this amazing experience with amazing food and amazing nighttime experience like no other water park, because they were going to stay open late at night. They've already scaled back the hours, and all the original cool food that they had throughout the water park that made it part of the cool experience has been taken out for hamburger and hot dogs, like just replaced with the normal food. And that's only been open since May. So it was like, we promised you all this cool stuff, and this is real cool. We know you, but we got you now. So we're dialing it all back. So I don't know. I'm sure it's still going to be a good event. Like you'll have fun there. But I think they're lessening the amount of money and funds they put into promoting and making it a sort of cohesive thing. And I think they are doing that throughout the theme park world. I don't know. That's just me.
Could be. Well, now I'm depressed.
I have a scary story.
You have what?
I have a scary story from tonight.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I had to go for a work emergency to our office, and there was a server that went down, and our server room has one side is all glass windows, so everybody can kind of see in there, and there's like nobody there except for me and this other guy, and we knew somebody else was there, but we didn't expect them to come over to the window, and like I just kind of look over, and all of a sudden I see this lady just like waving at us, and with this big smile on her face, and it scared the crap out of me. I laughed so hard afterwards. Though. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that scared me to death."
The call's coming from inside the house.
Because she was kind of like, I don't think she's going to listen to this, but she was kind of creepy looking when she was waving. Yeah, she's probably going to listen. I'm sorry. But no, it was so funny.
Was she holding like a red balloon, like waving at you?
She could have. And it was so funny though. It was totally unexpected, and so
she was just getting your attention so the murderer can come up behind you.
It's what it felt like. But anyways, that was funny.
The new It movie's coming out. Are you guys? I'm sure you're not excited.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the first one, but I didn't really watch scary movies at the time. But then I heard about the ending. I was like, eh.
Well, I think the ending. I think this movie is going to be different. Because that was a miniseries, and it's a TV. So I think this was going to be different because in the miniseries they went back and forth from them being children to them being adults. In this movie, I think it's just them as children.
Okay.
So I don't even think you'll see that ending that you're talking about. I mean, I would like to see it. It's probably one of those movies that I'll wait and see it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you're scared in front of other people. You can.
I don't get scared.
I pee my pants every time, so I can't go out.
Well, yeah, Chris does not like clowns at all.
No, I don't like clowns at all. They're scary. They're freaky. Yeah, freaking. But the thing is, like, I wasn't scared from the trailer though because I was laughing through the whole thing because in the trailer, like the first trailer comes out, there's this kid like riding his bike or something.
He was running to catch that boat or something.
Oh, he was running to catch the boat. That's right, and he slams his head into like this thing. It drops, and I'm just like, ah!
Yeah, I was kind of worried when I saw that part. I was like, "Oh, this is a spoof movie. That's what this is." It was so slapstick,
I'm cracking up the rest of the thing because I just couldn't help it. It was just so funny.
The Wayans brothers are coming around.
Yeah. See that kid creeps me out more than the clown. The kid creeps me out more than the clown because, I mean, I think Cater knows about this. That's the thing that creeps me out the most is like little children, especially those little faceless dolls that people put in their houses, corners of their houses. I'm like, those things.
We had one
freaky.
of those. Yeah.
Yep. And it would always freak me out when I saw it. But yeah, like the kid, like they all float down here. We all float down here.
Yeah.
That kid, because it's like you got a kid coming at you, and it's like it's a kid.
Right.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna kick him in the face? I mean, it's just like you hurt the kid.
That creeps me out the most is kids laughing and in those kind of situations, or just often just like the what is it, the Freddy Krueger, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies were kind of creepy because it kind of had some of that at times. And
the little twins that would jump in rope or something.
Yeah. For you. Whenever you round a corner, you're seeing those twins.
Yeah. Kids are creepy.
Yeah, so the little kids scare me more than the clown. I'm just sort of like, hey, it's a clown. Whatever. Clowns don't really creep me out.
And you can't beat Tim Curry's voice. So I don't know.
Oh yeah. They do have a homage in it for him. Like there's a scene that has a bunch of clowns in it, and his version of it is seen in the background.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's sort of cool. That's sort of cool. Yeah, I loved the miniseries way back when as a kid. So I want to see it. I don't know if I'll see it.
See it
at the theater.
Yeah.
Speaking of clowns, bad news this week. I know, Katrin, this is one of your favorite clowns. I think I've grown to love him since you showed him to me. Puddles, the clown, Puddles Pity Party. He was on America's Got Talent, and he didn't make. He lost. He went to the live show, but he didn't get the vote.
Well, now he's got more sad things to.
That's right.
Built his
and the judge, those judges on that show, like, oh gosh, like Heidi Klum kept going, Puddles, I just don't get you. I want to like you, but you're so sad. Can't you just be a happy clown? And they're like trying to explain to her, no, that's the whole thing. He's supposed to be a sad clown. She's like, just be happy. Just be happy next time. And it's like, no.
Heidi Klum.
You don't get it.
Storms off.
Go back to judging clothes.
But the song that he did for this last performance before he got voted off is his like most viewed one on YouTube. It's that Royal song.
Oh yeah.
And they were saying that he should have picked a different song. Which when he did it, I was like, yeah, maybe because they don't really know who he is, so he probably should have picked a different song. But I liked it. He's got one song that he does with. I think if he had brought on other people with him, because on the Postmodern Jukebox he does it with other people, and I think it sort of amps it up.
Yeah,
it does.
He did one Mad World with this lady. I don't know if you've watched that one. She's like really short and he's like really tall. He's like 6'8" or something, but she was like really short. And so like for the performance, like she stands behind him for like half the song, so you don't know she's there. And then she peeks out and starts singing, and it was like it was a good version of that song and how they did it. So Mad World, you should look that one up for Puddles. But yeah, I was rooting for him. He seems like a nice guy because I've seen interviews of him out without the makeup on. He sort of says, "Oh, I'm friends with Puddles and stuff." Seems like a nice guy, and some of the acts that make it through, you're just sort of like, this is gonna make me sound like a horrible person.
Well, you are. It's fine.
Not sound like a horrible.
Yeah, I'm getting sort of tired of shows like this that bring on the sob stories just to bring on the sob stories to get the votes.
Make people cry.
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I get it. So like the people that had the sob stories, of course, made it through, and it was just sort of like, were they bad? No, they were good. But some of the other people that didn't make it through, I enjoyed watching their performance more, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. I'm just sort of tired of the sob stories. I saw that they're bringing back American Idol. They've been doing auditions in Orlando and Tampa, and I was glad to see that one be laid to rest, but of course they're bringing it back.
It's been like a few months. They got to reboot it.
Yeah. It was like, we're never coming back. Oh, by the way, we're back. So let's see. What's some happy stuff? Let's talk about some happy stuff. Defenders starts Friday.
Defenders.
Yes.
Yeah, it starts Friday.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm excited to watch that.
The
other night I thought that it had already started, so I got really excited because I was like, oh, I want to watch something. So I got on there and I was like, oh man, it's not on yet.
Got the countdown.
So I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, that it's going to be really good, that combining all those characters is going to work. Yes, I'm excited to see Sigourney Weaver.
Just like Working Girl. I keep saying it. Just like Working Girl. That's how she's going to be in that movie. I think it may be the same character from Working Girl, actually. Pretty sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, it's such a secret. It's a crossover with Working Girl. That's why her character is such a secret.
There you go.
What's going to happen? Heard it here first.
So it's not going to be Ripley from Aliens.
No. It's her character from Working Girl. The best Sigourney Weaver movie. So. No others compare.
No others. I don't even know if I've seen that movie.
I mean, it really lifts you up. It teaches you.
Is it about a girl that works? I don't know.
It's a working girl. She goes
She's
to
not
work.
Malfunctioning?
No, she's not malfunctioning. She's not a non-working girl. She's a working girl.
Work it.
And not a non-working man. A working girl.
You better work it, girl. Anyways, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll talk about that next week, I guess.
Yes.
So we had a random question. They've asked to be remain anonymous.
Understand.
We should call him Terry Leet.
Terry Leet. Terry Treats.
Terry Leet.
Terry Treats.
Terry Treats. Terry Treats asked us.
Terry Treats.
Should we answer this question? We can try. It says, can you come up with a new superhero that comes about because of the solar eclipse that's about to happen, and what kind of powers they'd have? Well, should I start with what I think the power should be?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I'm thinking if he gains his powers from the solar eclipse, that his power will be that every time somebody looks at him, they get temporarily blinded, and then he can do whatever he needs to do, and then they get then he leaves. So I don't know what else a solar eclipse would do. Just temporary blindness, I guess, or maybe he's just blind.
Yeah, you can not necessarily go blind, but it can screw your vision up really bad. It can burn spots. You saw the art.
I was talking about a fictional superhero. About what power he was have. If he was going to make people completely blind forever, then he would be a super villain, right?
Oh, okay. So he's not a hero. That's true. What was the guy on the Superman one? Is it Superman 3 that had this?
The sun-powered,
or is it 4
superhero that Lex Luthor cloned instead of doing Bizarro, which would make sense because that's an actual comic book character. They came up with a character that's got like a mullet. That guy, yeah. I can't remember his name, but yeah, the worst Superman movie ever.
Oh, Superman 4. Is that what it was?
Was it
Search for Peace?
Oh, it wasn't the one with Richard Pryor, though, was it? Because that was
no. That one he fights himself.
Yeah, that's right.
And then fights a woman that gets sucked into a computer and somehow becomes a mechanical woman.
Here it is, Nuclear Man.
Nuclear Man, that's it. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Portrayed by Mark Pillow, but voiced by Gene Hackman.
That makes sense.
That's crazy.
No, for the
DNA Superman.
Sorry, what? Go ahead.
For the Eclipse hero, though, I'm thinking he'd be called Blackout.
There you go.
And his superpower would be he would make things slightly darker. everything would just become slightly darker when he's around. Like not like completely dark, because the Eclipse doesn't do that. It just makes everything slightly darker. So just like annoying.
It's kind of like when we used to say when people would stand in front of the TV, it's like, you make a better door than you do a window. So this guy's like, oh, I'm sorry, he's eating a donut. I'm sorry, I'm in the way again.
He was around.
So he's just maybe he's just a very large person, and just blocks people's light with a shadow.
It's like, oh, geez, it's dark. Oh, no, wait, my eyes adjusted. It's fine. Okay, we're good.
Everything's fine. Well, there you go. Are you guys going to view the eclipse?
I don't think we can really
safely.
I don't think we can really see the full eclipse from where we're at.
Yeah. We can't see the full eclipse, but we can see part of it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're really not. I mean, with Memphis, we're closer, but it still is a bit away to get the full eclipse, but or the full view of it. But I don't know. I guess we'll try. I may make a box. I've got a shoe box sitting around. I may try that trick, but
just drive to Nashville. There you go.
Yeah.
Not a good. We do have some offices. A couple of us were kind of joking about it. We have an office in Clarksville, Tennessee, that would be off the beaten path to be there and be able to see, and it's got 100% there or close to 100%, and then so yeah, maybe we'll do that. Probably not.
I'm going to be a real man and just look at it with my eyes.
No, don't do it.
Like a real man does.
I mean, I read so many stories yesterday. It's like I look like a crazy person on social media, I'm sure, but it's these people, they don't know it until years later, but all of a sudden they have these spots, and it's like these moon or like crescent shaped spots that they see, and it's like burned into their retinas. And
that's what those are.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, that's why I wear glasses now.
Yeah, somebody that I went to high school with was like, you remember we watched it in school? I was like, I don't remember looking up at the sun, but whatever. Nobody went blind. Well, I didn't. Yeah. So.
Well, I haven't seen any of the glasses around here anywhere, so
Our school system
like middle today.
Our school system got them donated, so our son has the opportunity to do it, to watch it with the classes.
Nice.
So,
if you want to play a mean one on your wife, what you need to do is like say, "I'll pick him up from school today," and like give him some sunglasses and a cane and bring him home and be like, "Honey,
sorry,
he looked directly at the sun."
Yeah.
My boy, my poor boy.
Well, I probably won't even like know that it's going on because I'll be chasing a toddler around. So it's just like,
and then they'll start looking at it, and you're like, no! Dive in front of them.
What's crazy is you can look at it when it's the total eclipse, when it's fully eclipsed, because everything's dark and you barely see any light. But when it's right before and right after is when it's the most dangerous, because it's like they call it a diamond ring effect or whatever. It's like a ring plus this bulb that's on one part, and it's that's where it's the most intense, I guess. And because you don't realize that, I think is part of it, that it's still the sun. You're not supposed to look at it. But they talked about in Oregon or the Northwest where it's really dry, it's wildfire season still, and it can be dangerous for that. Apparently.
Break out your magnifying glasses.
So yeah. Well,
yeah, I'm not a scientist, so I don't understand how it works really. Like
I don't know these fancy
science
things.
It's just like so. Like if you look directly at it, it bothers you, but if you look slightly to the left or to the right, it doesn't affect you. I don't understand.
No, you can't. No, you don't want to look at it at all.
Just don't look at it at all.
Yeah,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the distance? Like, if I just randomly look up into the sky.
It's like 30 seconds or something.
90 degrees away from the sun? Is this going to bother?
No. You're blind. You're blind. Anything. You're blind.
Yeah. Never know. You can't feel back there when it's burning. You don't realize it's burning into your eye, apparently. So.
See, if it's something like that, at least have the eyes catch fire. At least have something be cool.
Exactly.
Rather than
one of the stories I read was these two.
Come on.
This older guy, he was saying that he and a friend were just watching it, and the guy was like, "Yeah, if you just the longer you look at it, the better it gets." And it's like, and like it doesn't hurt as bad after you watch it. I'm like, oh my gosh! And they didn't realize that his retinas were burning, and now he can't really see too well. So
everything does go black. Wow.
Yeah.
There is no light anywhere.
Look, terrible. I don't know.
Random technical question: is one of the mics going bad? I keep hearing like a mic like shorting out and in.
I don't.
It may just be my ears. I don't know. So listeners, if you hear that, sorry, we'll figure.
Tell
it out.
us in the tweet.
Ryan's ears.
Tweet us at I Am King Show.
You're hearing Ryan's ears. That's the problem.
Yeah, it keeps getting worse and worse. I don't know. Anyways, well, cool. So let's see. So that was our only question, really, except for can we borrow Tom Hanks' wig? Yeah, I think we answered it.
I would say they can. I would say they could borrow Tom Hanks' wig.
Sure.
I'm answering for Tom Hanks.
Yes, they can borrow. Yes.
I'm thinking yes, they can. It's theirs.
I will. Yeah. If you Universal, if you will give me free tickets to Halloween Horror Nights, I will bring you the wig.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
Now you're in trouble. You just man. The FBI's got you on their list now.
We are not affiliated with Ryan Street.
God.
And, his views are his own.
Go ahead and say you're going to break into his house. Good grief. I'll get the wig for you.
I will kidnap Tom Hanks for you.
All right. Well, we're approaching the hour mark.
Time to go.
I gotta go find a wig.
Gotta go kidnap Tom Hanks.
Gotta go kidnap. Maybe that's the title of this episode. We kidnapped Tom Hanks. If you guys are listed, and we know that there's at least 7 of you that are.
Well, maybe 4 because we're.
I know. I mean, I listen to it when I mix it.
That's true. Okay, so
maybe I don't ever listen to him. So.
Oh well, there we go.
6 listeners.
Please share with your friends. Like us, comment. We appreciate it all. Somebody that I listened to their podcast was commenting about all the critiques and stuff he gets in like comments and stuff, and I made a joke. Well, we don't really have that problem. We'd love to hear critiques because we want to make this something that you guys want to listen to. Let us know. So check us out. IamGeekShow.com, on our Twitter at IamGeekShow. Find us on Spreadshirt at shop.spreadshirt.com//IamGeek. Yeah. So, anyways, that's my plugs.
I'm Geek.
And we'll have an update next week about where we are with Tom Hanks. Maybe he'll be on.
Oh God.
I don't know.
I don't want to be here.
Wouldn't that be something?
Somebody call the police.
We do hopefully have some special guests coming up. So look out for that. I do have a baby that's on its way. So.
Oh no, that's gonna derail the whole thing.
Baby will be on the show.
God.
Next episode may be coming live from the hospital.
I think that's what you need to do. I am Geek straight from the delivery room.
I'd do it because it'd keep my mind off of all the medical stuff that's going on around me. I don't handle hospitals very well. Like we went to the doctor the other day, and we'll wrap it up. And they were saying all this stuff that was going to happen, and I'm just sitting there like, I know I'm sitting down, but I think I need to sit down.
I get that way. If I think too much about it, it makes it worse.
I'm the same way. Whenever I get blood taken, I have to lay down. I'm like, wait. Yeah. I need to lay down first.
I sort of like when I have to get blood taken, I've turned it into a joke. Like one time I went and there was it was like a student doing it, like learning. She comes in and she's like, do you mind that I'm a student just learning? And I'm like, no, and I said straight as face, I said, as long as you don't mind that I'm a screamer. And she just looked at me like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, I'm just kidding with you. I'm just trying to break the tension here. Like she turned like pale white when I said that, and her eyes got so big, and I'm just joking.
Might not be a good idea to freak out the person that's going to stick you with a needle.
It sort of broke the tension though, and she actually did a good job. So it only took one stick, and she got the blood, so that was good. But anyway, so we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. We're getting in, summer's over, or coming to an end. We're getting into fall, all kinds of Halloween cool stuff is going to be going on. Fall brawl?
Football.
Oh, football. Yeah, that's that other sport. No, I like football.
Football. Yay.
Football's coming out. This Sunday, which we could talk about next week,
Sunday
is SummerSlam. WWE SummerSlam. So yay!
Football
next Saturday is the big fight too.
Real
fighting. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather.
I may see that.
I won't.
I'm going to someone's house.
What? Gosh. Hold on. Wait a second. My brother is going to watch a pay-per-view fight.
It's going to last.
Yeah, I watch all the big fights. Where they punch and kick and do things like that. Now I'm going to a couple friends of mine, John Dixon, Dorian Soto. Shout out. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Both their birthdays were this week, and they have a joint birthday party every year. Aww. And they do watch those fights, and so they may have it on in one of the.
So
I may see like a bit of it, or I may be in the karaoke room.
Who's your pick? Who's your pick to win?
That one guy that wears the shorts.
The boxer or the not boxer?
Boxer or the UFC guy?
The boxer or the not boxer?
Yeah.
The boxer. Well, I would think a boxer would have a boxing match. Non-boxer.
I don't like
it. Would be so funny if Conor McGregor actually won it, but I don't think it's going to.
I don't really care for either one of them.
I don't know.
They're not very nice people, but so.
Yeah, if you watch the videos of them talking, it's ridiculous.
More importantly, who do you think this will be? What we'll end on? Who do you think will win the SummerSlam main event? Do you think it'll be the champion Brock Lesnar, or one of the 3 challengers? It's a 4 main event time. Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns, or Samoa Joe. So Brock Lesnar is the champion. Samoa Joe, Roman Reigns, or Braun Strowman. Who's your pick, Chris?
Junkyard Dog.
Wow.
That's my pick.
Katrin, you got a pick?
I'll go with Braun Strowman. I don't know who that is.
He's a giant of a man. They compare him.
Sounds German.
They compare him to the Mountain on Game of Thrones, which I haven't seen, but
there you go.
That's who they compare him to.
Probably won't win then.
I want anybody to win, but Brock Lesnar. I'm tired of him. That's just me. Anyways, but he probably will win because it's like, oh, it's Brock Lesnar. Anyways, whatever. So until next time, when we will know who wins SummerSlam, and if the Fenders is any good, and what Tom Hanks' answer is, and what else will we know? All kinds of stuff. Probably more stuff about Halloween Horror Nights. Who knows? And we'll probably have loads of more questions to answer from people.
Loads.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you for the questions, Anonymous Terry Treats, and for Universal Orlando. Thank you for the questions. Until next time, I'm Ryan Street. For Chris Catron and Chris Street, this has been I Am Geek.